Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you some more of this Tasteless show match. Right now, Tasteless does lead 2-1 against Lovesnow. It's been a dynamic series so far, to say the least. That last game is such a cheesy one. If you haven't seen it, go check that one out. But now we're on Neo Sylphid, a 3-player map. Definitely, this is another one you could be aggressive on, but it's also a good macro map, I would say. Definitely very good for speed shuttle styles or arbiter styles, both of which I think Tasteless likes quite a bit more than carrier styles. So I think the map works out pretty well for him. But I got to be honest, like I think macro-wise, Lovesnow has played really well. Like he's generally ahead on SCVs during the mid game, which shows really great production. And he's definitely been maxing out in the games where he's not getting cheesed, right? Like he maxes out really well. Moves his army pretty well, does some strong attacks that look very hard to break. So, really anyone's match here. If Tasteless wins, this show match is over. Make sure that you check these guys out as well. They both stream on Twitch. I believe it's Lovesnow is the handle in Tasteless TV. Anyways, guys, before this really gets into it, thank you everyone who has joined in to ArtosisCasts. Very much appreciate you guys. If you want to support, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Artosis. Thank you everyone who has done that so far. All right. Now, what do we say here? You know, there's not a lot about the early game until you see what they want to do. Like with Tasteless, it looks like it's Dragoon first. He really hasn't been favoring making a Zealot early, and you know this is a stylistic thing. It's a metagame thing. People tend to like to make a Zealot if there's like a lot of gasless expands going on, but some people just prefer to go straight into Dragoon and not, you know, the Zealot like doesn't scale into mid game very well. Like sometimes if you have a Zealot, you can just put it in like a shuttle with a Reaver, but then you have to make a second one, or it's better to bring a Dragoon, right? And like until you're basically getting Zealot legs, you don't really want Zealots unless you're gonna get something done with them early. And honestly, there are some punishes. If you screw up with Zealots early on, occasionally Terran will be able to do something against you for spending that gateway build time and everything. Now, Lovesnow comes down and sees double gateway. So Tasteless is not scouting and he's gone double gate. This is actually a very, very strong build. It's a very old build. So this is a 2-gate ranged goon rush. And what this is meant to do is basically... This is a flat map, and, you know, the distance isn't that far or anything. He's going to put a ton of pressure onto the bunker. So, that's, like, you can see he gets his range before his goon. You know, starts it before, obviously, the goon makes faster, and he'll just be going nonstop goons from 2 gates. And generally, okay, so there's a few different ways you can do this as the Protoss. You can do something like 4 goons into Dark Templar. Generally, you want at least 6 goons, because 6 Dragoons will be able to step forward and one-shot SCVs that are repairing the bunker. You force a lot of repair with this, by the way. That's kind of the painful thing. Now, on Lovesnow's side, I feel like he might overreact here. I think that's the biggest danger as you start to get really good at StarCraft, is overreacting to a rush like this. Because it is deadly, it can kill you straight up. But in theory, it should not ever kill you. In theory, you should be able to get your command center started, go into siege, repair your bunker a lot, and have like maybe a slight edge at that point as you push the goons back. But then, of course, there's a lot of counterplay from Protoss. It's like sometimes they'll make more goons so you can't counterattack. Sometimes they'll go directly into Reaver, sometimes DT, sometimes they'll double expand. That's the most popular one, is to double expand behind that heavy pressure, since your opponent was forced into siege and turrets. Because, well, every time you get siege, you must get turrets. Anyways, that's a... there's a bunch of things I just conveyed to you. So we'll just kind of be quiet about that now and wait and see what these guys decide to do. And I can dive in a little bit deeper as to why. So, yeah, notice how siege plus the tank are coming out. This is actually slowing down Lovesnow's build a lot. You actually, again, you can afford to make the command center and just repair the bunker for a bit and get the tank slightly later, and then you have that additional mining, and that's how you get ahead. So I would say, looking at this right now, the game is favored for Tasteless, because there's nothing else going on for Lovesnow. Like, his expansion is going to be slower than Tasteless's, most likely. He is going to defend against the Dragoons, but Tasteless has these very mobile Dragoons that can just back off, right? There's siege mode, super fast siege mode. Tasteless backs off. He's taking like a little bit of damage. And look, there's his Nexus. In the meantime, because he didn't get the command center, he does have to get the eBay too, which sets the command center even further back. So yeah, I think, you know, the pressure that Tasteless put on here, Lovesnow is looking to not lose. And, you know, unfortunately gets pretty far behind from that. That might block the command center, by the way. You might need to unsiege that. Not entirely sure. But yeah, so looking at the position, I really like it for Tasteless right now. He's got that robotics facility on the way. Oh my God, are you serious? Okay, so what this has to be. So Tasteless has taken this and he's going. I talked to Tasteless about this a bit. So basically, anytime you can force siege and turrets is the best time to go carrier. Okay, because if your opponent goes siege, they can't attack because siege is a defensive upgrade. Obviously, you use it in attacking later on, but early on, it doesn't do anything, right? Like, you need a lot of tanks to aggressively attack with siege. Like, for instance, these 3 tanks, if you ran up and siege them, it's, like, easier for Protoss to kill them while they're sieged than unsieged. Because with unsieged, you can micro. With siege, they just sit there, so Dragoons just run up next to them and kill them. So anyways, because of that, plus the turrets are out, so you're spending money on static D, and you're not getting a comm set too quickly. Actually, he's getting it so quickly. Holy crap. Very lucky for him. Or very smart by him. One or the other. But either way, normally you don't get Academy quickly. So this is like a very good time to go into double Stargate. I don't think I've seen this 2-gate range into Observer Carrier. Right? It's not a very common thing. But, you know, Tasteless is going to be able to get those carriers out very quickly. And we'll see if Lovesnow can identify that it's carriers quickly enough to do something about it. Because that's the whole trick to beating carriers, is knowing about them early enough in the game that you can adjust what you're doing to try to counteract them. So right now, Tasteless is just kind of keeping the scouts out, just sitting here. He's got 1 Dragoon in the front to kind of watch for any pushes that may be coming, or watch for any SCVs that might be coming out, vultures, whatever it might be. He has been getting that +1 attack for a while. First carrier on the way as well. It's like Lovesnow just removing some of the eggs at this point. They do get a little bit annoying. Your units flow a lot better without the eggs there. 3 factories, and we're about to have comsats. So we are going to watch like a hawk for what he scans. Oh, God! Tasteless didn't start the same carrier. Needs to do that. Oh, there it is. Okay. So not too late, but definitely a little bit of a mistake. Obviously, he thought it was started since he made all these gateways. But he gets that going. Okay, so we heard 1 scan. Didn't see it down here. Okay, so it looks like he scanned this location, and that arc looks like that's a scan arc. Okay, so he scanned for a 3rd base, both the 3rd base locations. And unfortunately doesn't find them. So now he knows he's on 2 base. So it's like, okay, what is he doing on 2 base? Well, we got to wait a while. You got to wait a minute to get enough energy to scan again. So, you know, the first couple of scans don't find it. We'll see if the next ones do. +1 already finished. So if he does a scan centered here, I believe it barely doesn't see the Stargates. So, oh, that could be a really bad situation here for Lovesnow. Really, really bad. Well, he's getting up into his 3 factories. Like, I mean, this is a pretty steady and solid progression. One thing I do want to mention, you can see this is the game where Tasteless is really leading workers. Up 6 workers right now. Oh, did he see? Did he see? Let's pop that vision off. He doesn't. Oh, my God. Oh, he didn't see the carriers. Oh, wait. But he started range. Oh, you know what? Maybe he saw this spinning for +2. That would do it. That would do it. Okay, so I believe he knows exactly what's going on because he doesn't even have vulture speed, but he's getting Goliath range. Okay, so now we know that he has put it together. Lovesnow knows that Tasteless is going for fast carriers, most likely. I mean, it doesn't mean it every single time. In fact, people use it to throw you off occasionally, but he's added another factory. Realistically here, you'd probably want to just add like 4 more factories and do an all-in. I don't think you want to try to play any big macro here. Okay, he starts the starport. That can be good to get the +2 out. And obviously, there's other things too. Like a dropship can be useful against carriers because they are a little bit slow moving. So sometimes you can like hit another base. Obviously, cloaked wraiths are always a possibility. Cloaked wraiths can be amazing against them if they don't see them coming. And yeah, of course, +2 attack is always pretty useful. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we know 100% he knows about this. I think he already did, but yeah, 100% he's scanned it. He's seen it. He knows there's multiple carriers out. But only on 4 facts, so a little bit tough. Okay, he starts the additional facts, cancels an add-on. Not a bad call. And he actually cancels starport. Okay, so now we actually have like really full intel. Okay, it's clear that he just didn't want to do vulture harassment. That's why he was getting the range before the speed. But now he's getting ready. He's getting ready for this push. Now, Tasteless's ground army is way weaker than Lovesnow's, but he has these carriers out. 3 carriers already. Just pumping out. Oh, 4th carrier comes out. 4 is pretty strong. You want to have 12 Goliaths against 4 carriers. So right now he's got 6, but honestly, with this many factories, he's going to be fine. He should have, he's going to have 10 in a second here, and then 14, so on and so forth. And so he should have enough to push that back. His Vulture tank is better than the Dragoon count that we have for Tasteless. So, yeah, this is going to come down to the engagement, to the control from both players here, I think. I do favor Tasteless a little bit here because the carriers are so efficient, but we'll see. Gets forward. Ooh, Lovesnow pushing pretty far forward. Tasteless runs back. Gonna lose maybe 1 goon, but gets back there. Ooh, some damage onto a carrier. Those are some big volleys. Oh, my God. Almost kills it off. So close, down to 51 health there. All right, the carriers turn back around. Going to start picking off some units. A little bit of the anti-air going down. The Dragoon's just waiting for the approach. Siege tanks running forward and sieging. Oh, my gosh. More Goliaths are coming down. This is not enough Goliaths. 3 Goliaths is not enough. Like, Tasteless can actually kill all that with the carriers pretty quickly. This is the last area where you can build turrets in, by the way, until you get up to here. So, don't know if he's going to utilize those SCVs at all for that. More Goliaths coming up. Tasteless continuing to just kind of micro here. The siege tank push is, like, pretty solid. He is starting to kill some goons. He's really pushing them back. Goliaths coming up, trying to get damage onto these carriers as best they can. He has stripped the shields from a couple, but not a lot of hull damage as of yet. And oh man, the Goliath count is just too low right now. Tasteless's supply up by about 30. The carrier's really pushing everything back. All right, a decent damage on that 1 carrier now. Does he have more? Oh my God, a 5th coming. 2 more on the way. This is getting to be very bad for Lovesnow. He's still producing those Goliaths, right? Like, he is putting some damage on the carriers. So Tasteless is trying to be careful not to lose too many carriers here. More Goliaths being made. Picking off the siege tanks, and as those siege tanks fall, you can see there's not a lot of gas for Lovesnow right now. He is taking this 3rd base that has a geyser, so maybe he can get that mining once again. Laying some mines as well. I think he needs to scan and kill observers here, honestly, because the mines are going to be the only thing keeping the goons off. If the goons get on top of these Goliaths, like, you just have to have siege tanks. Yet this game might end very soon. This is looking worse and worse right now for Lovesnow. Tasteless does get his 3rd base up in mining now. Just transfer those probes down. No one there to stop him. Oh my God, is he going to hide a Nexus here? Oh, that's the craziest hidden base I've ever seen. What? What? Who expands here? That's like a crazy thing. Oh, man. Okay. Well, that's certainly not somewhere you're going to scout. It's way too far off to the side. So I guess it's a good mind game in a way, right? Like, you're just not likely to see it go down anytime soon. Now, the command center gets picked off. Carriers just picking off what they can from the side. A group of Dragoons kind of stopping Goliaths from walking forward to kill them. A lot of missile turrets being placed by Lovesnow as well. But, yeah, like, he's looking pretty dead so far. I'm trying to think if there's any way to scale up your Goliaths real quick. Like, one thing to mention, okay, Citadel just got started. Okay, so this might be the best chance that's available, is the Citadel is pretty late this game. So there's just not going to be any Zealots with legs for a very long time, right? So what you're going to need here probably is like 6 tanks with siege, right? 3 tanks in siege mode, 1 shot a goon. So but that's not enough. 3 tanks is not enough. You need more than that. So you need 6+ tanks here, I would say. Like, this is bad. I'm talking about this is a very tough situation. What can Lovesnow do right now? Pop out a few more tanks. Oh, I wish he had a second add-on. This would make it a lot easier. You need to get a few vultures out as well to run around. Because, like, look at this. Dude, 2 tanks just can't do it. Well, he is targeting the carriers, like, pretty well there. See the health on these carriers. 2 are very, very red. 1 is pretty deep in the yellow. If he could pick off those 3 carriers, this becomes much more manageable. But 8 carriers is so deadly. The Dragoons pushing forward here once again. Okay, I think that this game is just about over, honestly. Nothing really remains. He picks off a carrier. Okay, he picks off 2 carriers. And, well, even picking off 2 carriers is not enough. Look at this. Tasteless taking another 3rd high ground location. Doesn't have his pros over here yet. I think he's probably going to transfer those pretty quickly. But yeah, Lovesnow doesn't have really any options left. You can see his mineral patches are running out. He's still got solid gas income, so he can still, like, produce a good amount of Goliaths. But, like, even if Tasteless suicided the carriers, he's got such a decent income now, right? Like, and there's not enough tanks, really, to support the remaining Goliaths. Like, how do you defeat the actual Dragoon army? Like, I guess this army technically beats the Dragoon army. But we're going to have legs soon. He's getting observer speed as well. And yeah, the carrier's coming up. I think that this is going to be the killing move here from Tasteless. Getting into position near this natural expend. Ah, the 1 carrier's way off to the side. It's such an easy pickoff. Oh no, didn't stack them. And in fact, it's 2 basically for free. Tasteless turns around, shoots down some Goliaths. And, well, the Zealot's dragging some mines in here now. That's a little bit annoying. The mine's getting a few decent hits. He's trying to target down more of these carriers. But, you know what? Tasteless, he's just killing everything. The last few tanks go down. Another tank pops out. Gonna hide behind these missile turrets and Goliaths. But even here, Tasteless just steps forward with his Dragoons. Gonna kill everything off. Yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. This game can't possibly go on any longer. And that means that Tasteless is going to take down this best-of-5 Showmatch series against Lovesnow with a 3-1 record. Very, very well done. And yeah, kind of fun to watch the Tasteless series here. Get a little look at his gameplay. Of course, you can check him out. He does do stream and has a YouTube as well. And yeah, that's it. GG. Thanks to Lovesnow and Tasteless for playing the Showmatch. GG's.